everybody. Welcome. I am Sylvia from thesacredspiral.com, and if you're new here, welcome. And if you're not, welcome as well. Welcome back. I'm glad that you love EFT as much as I do. I've studied several modalities. EFT is scientifically proven to work. Who I am. So I am an intuitive EFT, holistic healing, wellness guide, as well as sacred soul alignment and healing touch practitioner. Say that 10 times fast. So anyway, what I have found to be fun is to pull oracle cards for the energy of the message that most suits the people who are going to stumble into this video on any of the platforms that I speak to, and that they could use this in their highest and best good for direction, as well as use EFT as a modality that they could implement into their daily lives. Just like meditation or prayer or journaling, EFT can really shift things. It's been around 35 plus years. It actually has been scientifically proven to work and shift things that are typically holding us back: anxiety, fear, stress, and then help people with their health and their mood, as well as help them with improving their clarity or getting through hard times or relationships, whether it's a loss in the family or a breakup. A lot of people have utilized EFT even for things like phobias, fears, addictions, you name it. Those are all things that people have utilized and successfully used EFT as they transition. And I found several of them personally, and it's been great. I actually had started this a long time ago on the front of my Facebook wall, went into a smaller little sacred community space, which I'll put in the comments. And I spend most of my time in the little sacred space in my group. So feel free, if you guys are on Facebook, to join my group. And but anyway, so what EFT does is it takes the stress hormones in our body cause a fight, flight, or freeze, and our amygdala in our brain to constrict. The blood vessels in our brain constrict, and they go into a panic because our body knew how to react when back in the day we were cavemen and we were getting chased by saber-toothed tigers. Now our stress isn't that. Now it could be the loss of a job or a breakup or, a loss of a loved one versus a saber-toothed tiger. But the stress still registers to the brain. Oh no, same thing, react, constrict, right? And those, that signal sends out a, what I call negative hormones, like cortisol and adrenaline. Basically, you go into boo, 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 you rev right up, everything tenses up, you're ready to fight, fleet, or freeze, I believe. But anyway, so what it does is it shifts the negative hormones like adrenaline and cortisol into happy hormones, I like to call them, which are dopamine and serotonin, which are 27 times more powerful than morphine, and our body makes it in as little as 6 minutes of tapping. So if you hang with me, the good part happens when you tap. But I do like to tell people a couple of other things that I've learned along my journey that are super helpful. If you're a highly sensitive person, I would like you to close your eyes and take a deep centered breath and let it out. Meanwhile, while your eyes are closed, scan the body, see if there's any denseness or tightness within it, and then locate it. And what does it feel like? Like, is it in your back or your shoulders, your low back? And what does it feel like? Is it tight? Is it hot? Is it constricted? And then on a scale from 1 to 10, where does it rate? So keep that in mind, okay? So because at the end, I want you to go back and check that to see if it's shifted, because then you will know how much it helped you over this tapping period. Then the second thing I learned is I love crystals, as you can tell. I got a bunch on in my hair. I'm a big, huge crystal fan. This is a hand-wired crown that my girlfriend makes in England in the sacred stone circles, and she wire wraps it. And so I actually have all my crowns from her because I can feel and sense crystals. And so when she told me her process of making these crowns in the sacred stone circles, I was all about that. And the one that she utilizes, it's on the ley line, that Archangel Michael or Saint Michael's ley line. So I was like, okay, that's the first angel I've ever felt, and so I have to get the crystals, and then it was just a matter of deciding. Okay, the second thing, if you are sensitive, I would like you to create a energetic protocol for the things that we are no longer needing within our body, that we're going to be combing through ourselves and releasing. with this tapping session. Okay, so what I like to tell my people who follow is grab a double terminated wand, because if you follow me, you're very much like me. You love crystals and you probably have one. If you don't have a double terminated crystal wand, which means it just has 2 points on both sides, you can use your finger. But this is actually just clear quartz. It's the most readily available crystal that you could find. And it actually is nice because you can program it to do any other crystal that's out there. So if you don't have a certain crystal that I happen to call for that week as our crystal ally, always resort back to your knowledge of crystal quartz. But the reason why we're bringing this up is we do what I call like an energetic portal or a recycling bin, where you're going to take all that energy that no longer serves your body as we comb through our bodies, right? Because we have our physical body, our mental body, our emotional body, we have our etherical body, our spiritual body, we have 7 different layers, right? So as we comb through what no longer serves us, we're actually sending that energy with intention to what I like to call an energetic recycling bin, to be transmuted and transposed into serve in a better manner in the places on the planet that need it the most. And you can actually ask for that energy to be transformed, let's say from dense stress, things that are within your body, into pure love or pure light or pure healing, balance, harmony, peace, whatever the world needs. You can ask for that to be transmuted into. Okay, so how I do that is I take the wand and I go clockwise on the floor to open that garbage portal, right? And then when we're done, and if you have to run, do counterclockwise to close it, and thank it for the lessons that it had to teach you, but also that you no longer need it, and you're going to recycle it and transmute it and transpose it or transform it into whatever. Okay, so I'm going to just state mine out loud. Feel free to copy if this suits you as well. I'm going to say that every exhale that we do through this tapping session, which I do like in between breaths or in between reading the cards, every exhale that no longer serves my highest and best good be removed from any layer of my body or bodies. In the highest and best good, whatever needs to go goes with every exhale, and to be transformed, transmuted, transformed into pure unconditional love, peace, harmony, and balance. Okay, so I'm going to open it, and I'm going to ask that whatever I remove from my body then can be transmuted, transformed into peace, love, and harmony for the planet. And then I always say to be sent to the places that need it the most, in all 4 directions of the planet, that need the love, may it be seen or unseen, and just given to who needs it the most. And I trust that the guides and the angels that I'm setting the intention with their help will do that. Okay, so I like to call in a couple of portal keepers. Me personally, I call in Gaia because she's the Mother Earth, Pachamama. She always is renewing and recycling, right? So I call in Gaia because I usually feel her coming and energetically wanting to be involved to help us shift, because as we shift, she shifts. So I call in Gaia, and I also call in Archangel Sandalphon, which is the Earth Star Chakra Angel. And so I ask for them to be portal keepers so that they are tending to what I send, and they recycle it with my request. And then I thank them at the end when I close the portal. Okay, so the cards that came up for the week and the Crystal Ally. Let's get right into it. Okay, so all right, let me share with you Malachite. And Malachite is a great card. Actually, I was guided to look in the book because the cards usually tell me a little bit, but the books that I have tell me much more. And sometimes I'm guided to read you more from the book, just for like knowledge passing, right? If you're not familiar with Malachite, I actually go around my house and I look for the crystals that align to Malachite. I will tell you personally, I love Malachite for female issues. If you have menstruation cramps, it's wonderful to put on the area of the cramping, and it will make it go away. Okay, but you do have to be careful with Malachite. It is a weighted stone. It should feel heavy and cool. I have seen fake Malachite being sold, and it almost feels like a lightweight clay, and that's not Malachite. So you got to be careful with who you buy your crystals from, and that they're a trusted source. But Malachite, and I also took my daughter's Malachite carved cat, because my daughter is a little Egyptian loving cat. She just loves cats. Like she's gonna be the cat lady. So malachite is a very marbleized looking green stone, and what the card says is the divine feminine healing protection stone, and it's for the heart chakra. So if you're familiar with the chakras, you know, starting with the root chakra and the sacral, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, crown, it's like the colors of the rainbow. Well, heart is right here. And so generally when you pull the crystals, they usually color-wise align with the chakra colors. So as you get to know the chakra colors, the crystals align with that. And it's just magic how everything ties together once you really start digging deep. Okay, so malachite is a divine feminine stone for protection and healing, which has been used for thousands of years to stimulate life force energy and absorb pollutants from the atmosphere, aura, body. And the reason why you pulled this card is because you might need a health power boost. So use malachite to meditate for feminine healing. Like I said, with the cramping, it's great for protection while traveling and overall well-being. Okay, but I was also guided to look in a couple of other resources that I have about crystals, and occasionally that happens, so I just listen. Okay, so it says, so malachite is a protection stone. It absorbs negative energies, pollutants from the atmosphere and body. It can be cleansed after by placing a quartz cluster or placing it on a quartz cluster or in the sun. Don't use salt on this one because it will damage the surface. It guards against all kinds of radiation. I know a lot of people are concerned about EMFs or electromagnetic frequencies or 5G. So this would be a great one. I didn't even think about it because shungite's the one I usually think for that. It can be placed on the third eye for visual psychic visions, as well as on the heart to bring balance and harmony and to open up the heart to unconditional love. It also says it's the great stone for transformation. And what are we all in right now? The earth is transforming, right? So when a life is lived more intensely under the influence, this is an adventure stone, which encourages risk-taking as well as change. It also can show you what's blocking your spiritual growth. It draws deep down feelings of psychomatic causes and breaks unwanted ties and outworn patterns, and teaches us how to take responsibility for one's actions, thoughts, and feelings, and release any inhibitions, and encourages expressing the feeling of empathy with other people and showing us how it would feel to be in their place. It also helps alleviate shyness and supports friendships. Let's see, it helps with past life trauma or sexual experiences, and it's great for the rebirthing process, which I think is what we're all in the middle of, right? So I was like, okay, well, cool, I know that. Okay, so this helps with negative experiences or old traumas or old feelings that need to be surfaced and breathe through deeply at an emotional level to release them, right? Malachite can be used to explore dreams, which may bring up either dreams or memories a lot more vividly. But what else does it say? Oh, it says right here, particularly great for use on cramps, menstrual cramps, or childbirth. It helps with the female organs, that any type of sexual disease, and it lowers blood pressure, treats asthma, arthritis, epilepsy, fractures, swollen joints, growths, travel sickness, vertigo, tumors, optic nerve issues, pancreas, spleen, or the parathyroid. It aligns DNA and cellular structure to enhance the immune system. Wow, can you see why I was guided to read this? As well as stimulates the liver and to release toxins and reduce acidification of tissues. Also treats diabetes, can also be worn around the waist. So that's why I was guided to read a little bit more about malachite. I also love the folklore and the history of crystals. So if you bear with me, I'm going to teach you that Cleopatra valued malachite so much for its healing and diplomatic processes that it enhanced her personal or political power. She prized malachite because it was derived its reputation, and it was great and an ideal material for carving. the signature of malachite and its unique markings of that marble swirl and the rings around the eyes, some see shifting like the desert winds and landscapes when they gaze upon this deep magic malachite. Still others link the malachite to the peacock, the ancient Greek mythological Hera, the wife of Zeus, and each circle represents the eyes of Argus, protecting from afar. Well known by King Solomon's mines, and the Red Sea yielded copper, this powerful healing stone used in ancient times were varied. Many Egyptian tombs painting revealed malachite powder on the paint, and famous Egyptians used malachite as a more superficial nature, like Cleopatra's famous thick green eyeliner. It was thought to ensure health, longevity, and safety. But it's discouraged today because it's been found to have toxic properties if inhaled or ingested, like the way that they used it in Cleopatra's times. They often used it in a galena-based compound that contained lead. So while mineral makeup was widely used, it could have proven to be dangerous over time of women wearing it. So in healing sacred ceremonies, from burial practices and immortal rituals, ancient Egyptians were well known in their appreciation and cultivation of crystal legends, mythology, and tradition. Even now, scientists excavate the Sahara Desert and confirm the origins of Libyan gold tektite, as well as Cleopatra's serves as a physical anchor, but so is the fascination with Egypt's and their roots to the power that extends back to ancient some Sumerian rituals and origins of matriarchy on our planet, which predate thousands of years of ancient civilizations, remedial, as well as the knowledge and access to technology. But much of Egypt defies logic, reason, and timelines for development. Even the creation of the pyramids and placement, which directly mirrored the Palladian star constellation, serve as reminders that ancient Egyptians had a likely extra ET contact, access to star maps and wisdom of technology that exceeded the human comprehension of today. So stones that were from this region were crystals that were actually transmitted of powerful energy and capable of ensuring safe passage to the spirits of the afterlife. And ancient Egyptians prized their gemstones and carved them with care and believed that they were one of the most valuable material objects, not only in this lifetime, but lifetimes to come. So ancient Egyptians prized malachite, and they're asking you to work with it now. Okay, so we're going to tap that in. Sorry, that was a little winded. I don't usually go that deep into crystals, but I was guided to, so there was a message in there for all of us. I believe that you heard it when I was like, oh, that makes sense. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start with 2 fingers and taking full responsibility for our well-being, as long as our hands are clean, and we're going around the face and in the body, and then we're going to continue on with the rest of the cards that came. Okay, so we're calling in divine feminine healing, protection, and malachite is our divine feminine stone for protection and healing, which is used for thousands of years to stimulate life force energy, to absorb any pollutions from our environment and atmosphere, from our aura and body, under the nose. If we pulled this card, it's because we might need a health power boost. So if you need a health power boost, malachite could be your ally. If you need good vitamins, talk to me, because I have something that works amazing. And then protection while traveling and overall well-being. And so we're going to go on to the crown. And this is the card that came forward from the Messages of Life deck by Mario de Guay. And it says, on the eyebrow point, live for love. On the side of the eye, where the wing of the eyeliner is, today I put love into everything that I do. Under the eye, it is love that gives life to all things. Under the nose, and I open my heart to this great power. Under the lip, I act gently and speak with kindness. Collarbone, I fill each thought with love and light. Under the arm, I love God and all beings everywhere. Top of the head, I live for love and I love myself. There's that card, okay? Let me go to the next card. All right, so this is the New Moon deck by Sage Goddess. I believe she has this deck still available because I've sent a few people to it, and I love it for new moon intentions. So we're gonna, and there is a new moon during this period on the 22nd. I believe it's a Taurus Gemini new moon cusp. So, and that card is Compassionate Love, number 2. Eyebrow point. I claim comfort. I claim support and emotional nourishment. For these, under the eye, for these are my divine birthrights. Under the nose, my intention is to allow myself to soften. And then under the lip, and remember how much I'm loved. Under the collarbone, gratefully I receive this love with an open heart. And the stone it calls for is chrysoprase, and the essential oil is spikenard. So I do have a chrysoprase I grabbed. It's another heart chakra stone, very green, but a lot of times it has some brown in it too. So chrysoprase is another one. Isn't that interesting how malachite is green and chrysoprase is green, and both of them have a ton of markings, and they're both heart chakra stones. So maybe if you don't have either one of these stones as an ally this week, you can use a green stone because it seems to be the theme. Okay. All right. So then we're going to go, that was the collarbone, and we're going to go to the under the arm. So when I did these two cards, both of these cards flips. This is the Spirit Oracle deck by Tony Carmine Salerno. And these are the two cards. I just love the artwork in these cards, and it says magic and good news. Magic and good news, okay? And so under the arm, I'm just going to read from this one first, and then I'll go over here. Under the arm, magic, blessings, and transformation. What did I say about transformation? Malachite, remember? We were talking about malachite was good for transformation and radiation and health reboot, right? So magic and blessings and transformation. A blessing in disguise is coming your way. Keep an open heart and mind. You'll notice a lot of crossover between the cards that come up each week. Eyebrow point, good news is coming your way. Right here. Something beautiful is about to manifest. Feelings of elation under the eye. Feelings of elation under the nose, like you're on a cloud. Under the lip, it's time to celebrate. Collarbone, all the wonder and beauty in your life. Okay, then we're gonna go continue on. We have 2 more cards. We have a card from The Secret Language of Light by Denise Jarvie. These are activating as well. And it's really interesting. The card that came forward is Enlightenment. And it is the flower of life and the earth, enlightenment, number 43, which is a 7, and that's a super blessed number. There's like 7 main chakras. There's 7 days in a week. You know, the 7 is just always repeated over and over and over through sacred texts. So you could always find 7. Okay, so under the arm, we're gonna just tap in some cool words about this. Evolution says enlightenment, evolution is guaranteed. I feel like we've had this one recently. If I'm not mistaken, my memory's not that great, but when there's a card that comes out quite often, and then I know that it's coming out more than once, because usually with all the decks that I pull, I mean, come on. Enlightenment, evolution is guaranteed. You're waking up from your old habits and patterns. At times you might feel bewildered and not quite like yourself. Just relax, all is well. You're just keeping up with the evolution of life. Aren't we all? All and the life that you desire. And your body and your mind, side of the eye, your body and mind are adjusting and adapting to the new and loving soul perspective. Under the eye, it's common that your mind or your body, it's common for your mind body to resist, react, and panic because it's unfamiliar or unknown. Under the nose, However, from this higher vantage point, you can change any story. You can split it into two, heal any wounds. You're not trying to replace a negative memory with a positive one. Instead, you're taking the components of that memory to a new conclusion so that you can see all the components of that memory in form. And any unbalanced memory can be talked about, brought up, looked at from a different perspective, remembered, honored for the lesson, and released. So, under the collarbone. Okay, so any person that might be blamed for that pain that was in your life today or in the past, you can balance the charge of that memory, because now it becomes an activation or wisdom to get you to the point that you are today. Under the arm, so you also may have come to see that challenge as the best thing that ever happened to you. I know that's the truth with some of the breakups that I thought were the end of the world were like just a new beginning and the best thing that ever happened to me. I mean, you know, that one song, what is it? Is it Garth Brooks? Sometimes I thank God for unanswered prayers, right? Oh. Anyways, top of the crown. Once that you change and heal your opinion, enlightenment will shine through as wisdom. So, and you know what I love this deck about, because it tells you like inspired reflections and actions, as well as a journal and a meditation. So I definitely would suggest getting this deck, just because if you did like a daily card pull, you could do so much with this. It just says, you know, you could, anytime you walk through a doorway, you can imagine more of you is revealed to you. You can draw a color mandala, a design through meditation to lead you to your light center. You can become self-realized. In other words, you recognize all the answers that you seek are within you. Keep up the great work. For journal work, for 7 days, you can write or draw things that stand out to you from your day and ask yourself what you were thinking when you saw them. They could be events, a billboard, a book, a synchronicity, a person, a symbol, a dream, a song, an overheard conversation, a channeled message, a thought dripped in by your guides or angels. So it's just, you know, definitely get this deck if you don't have it. Good deck. It's actually this is what it's called. I love decks. I'm a sucker for decks. I'll tell you, just like shoes, just like crystals, I'm a sucker for quality, beautiful art activation cards. Like I just love them. Love. Okay. And then we'll start with Archangel Metatron. It's really funny that this card came out, because before I go and do this video, I actually do open up a sacred space. I light candles. I have a candle going. I do some of my essential oil sprays, and the actual spray that I used before was Amanda Alice's. She has her beautiful sprays. I did the Jesus, Christ consciousness one, and I did the Mother Mary, and also I did the Archangel Metatron attunement connection spray, and it's orange. I'm not even kidding you. And look what came out. I'll go grab it real quick. Orange connected and attunement spray. So I sprayed myself with this before I went live, before I did the video and turned on the camera. So I was like, no way, like stuff like that. Like I should write that in my journal, because you can't make that stuff up ever. And it happens all the time now. Okay, so the number is 24, and 2 and 4 is 6. Orange, connection, attunement, flame, right? There's violet and orange and connection. This is doing like this yoga lunge pose. All right, so let's see what Archangel Metatron has to say. Let's see if I can kind of show it to you while I'm holding the book. The book is the biggest book ever, but it's great because each message has been channeled. So by Amanda Ellis, who did this deck. So it's called the Archangel Metatron Self-Mastery Deck. And I haven't brought him out, or this deck out, for a really long time, but I love Archangel Metatron. He's the, my hair's like going wild. He's the angel that connects us to Source, the one that speaks to us from Source. And then Sandalphon is his twin, which is the lower chakra that I called in, the Earth Star chakra that I called in to manage the portal that will close at the end. Okay, it says, all right, eyebrow point. Can you feel my joy? Can you feel my majesty? Can you feel me all around you in the simplest, most complex things, right? I am under the eye. I am Archangel Metatron. I am not a stranger to any of you. I have been around each of you since the moment of your birth. Under the nose, under the lip. In passing, when it comes. And yes, I am with you in the void between all of the lifetimes as well. Under the lip. And then under the collarbone. I am light, I am color, I am universal power, love, wisdom, and illumination. You ask how you can reach me. There is no mystery. There's no complexity. As you're reaching up in a fully grounded present state, I will be there. Top of the crown. Many of you are not aware that it was I that held you through difficult days, who pushed you to evolve and change. Whew. Sometimes you have doubted me and felt that you had felt me absent, but I was always right there through good times and through hard times, and I will always be there for you. At times when you can't feel me or connect to my stream of orange flame, ask, and it flows down to anyone who asks for it to be attuned and connected with me. I am ready. I'm already within you. Under the eye and then under the nose. The orange light reminds you of that. It is part under the lip, is part of you, and it nourishes you on all levels, physically, emotionally, mentally, and all your spiritual bodies. Collarbone, the orange is vibrant light made up of red tones for fire, passion, raw energy, and action, and life force. Yet, it also contains yellow for gold, joy, fun, sunshine, alchemy, and wisdom. Top of the crown, orange is the color of enlightenment and the physical ascension journey, which I believe the planet is on right now. Whether they want to be or not, it's just easier if you decide to do it yourself, right? Instead of, I would say, what is it? Jump or be dragged or something like that. I can't remember. Top of the crown. Did I say? Oh, part of your ascension journey to be surrounded by its vibration and smooth your path. It ignites eyebrow point. It ignites your spiritual power and illuminates your light. Side of the eye. Hold your arms up to receive my light. Under the eye, let it flow down your hands and your arms, harnessing your healing ability and gifts. Under the nose, let it flow down into your throat so you could speak your spiritual voice with strength and truth. Under the lip, allow that orange light to stream through you with limitless supply. Collarbone, you don't need to cocoon yourself with my orange light. It is, like me, dynamic and active, and wants to move, create, heal, and produce results. Under the arm, it's always there just as I am, reminding you of your true self and that you can and already have moved mountains, and you can do so again. So, top of the crown, if you want to strengthen your communication and connection to Archangel Metatron, just ask, put your hands up, and then feel him close down around you. Visualize this if it helps, okay? And then so together we say at the very end of all sessions, so be it and so it is. And then we take our crystal and we do counterclockwise on the floor. Taking a deep breath one more time. Exhaling it out. One more. Exhale out. Counterclockwise on the floor. Reassess yourself. Close your eyes. See how you're feeling. If that denseness is still there. And on a scale from 1 to 10, what was it? Drop it in the comments below. Here, counterclockwise on the floor. Thank you, Archangel Sandalphon and Gaia, for taking and transmuting and transforming any of the exhales and energy that we released into our energetic portals. Thank you for transmuting, transforming mine into love, peace, harmony, and joy for the planet. May it be so, may it be sent in all four corners of the planet, in places seen and unseen that need it the most. And so it is. And until next time, thank you guys so much. And thank you for giving me a comment or telling me how you shifted or interacting at all. Let me know how this helps you. The best way that you can feel results is using this as a daily practice. All you need is 6 minutes to shift by more than 50%, taking those negative hormones and switching them into positive hormones, and just just taking care of yourself. It also boosts your immunity by 60%. So EFT could be a very helpful tool right now. And guess what? You can do it to yourself. You don't need to leave your home. As long as you have some clean hands and my videos, you're good to go. So just tap along. It can be affirmations every day. It could be this video every day, whatever suits you. This video just goes off the energy for the week of May 17th through 24th. I ask for the guidance of the week and what messages we need to hear. And then I get the messages and then we tap those in. So with that, have a blessed day, night, evening, wherever you're at in the planet, and keep on tapping. Bye for now.